Hello, and welcome to Getting Started with Contacts and Files in the Soluno software system. The purpose of this video is to give you just a basic overview on how to get your contacts and files entered into the software. This will not at all be very detailed. If you would like more information above and beyond what's covered in this video, please feel free to register for one of our free webinars on contacts and files, or you can check out the recorded class on contacts and files, which will cover the specifics of everything on those tabs. So let's go ahead and get started. To access contacts and files in Soluno, navigate to the main toolbar in the upper left and click on the folder icon. This will get you to your contacts and files. Generally, the first thing you're going to do is a conflict search. Click on the Conflict Search tab. To run a conflict search, click the down arrow, select the view. In this case, we'll run the generic conflict search. Type in the name you're looking for. If you would like to search for multiple terms, separate those with a semicolon. And you could search for multiple names. We're going to include contacts and files and any transactions that might have those names located within them. At the bottom, click play to run the conflict search. If you need to stop the conflict search at any time, you can click the stop button here in the upper right. Wait for the conflict search to complete. For my first name, Constance Martins, there was no potential conflicts found. For Robert Snow, if there is a hit in the database, we'll tell you the record we found the hit on and where in the record we found that hit. If you need information above and beyond what you see on the report, to the right we have a drill down icon. You can drill down to the record for more information. If you need to save a copy of your conflict results, in the upper right, you can export this report out to Excel, CSV, or to a PDF. Now that I've done my conflict for Constance, I want to add her to my database as a new contact. To do so, click on the New Contact tab. You will see two fields underlined in red. Whenever we have fields underlined in red, those fields are required. You will not be able to save the record here in the bottom left until the red lines are gone. Contacts are unique in that you only need one of these two fields, either a last name, or if you're entering an organization or company, then the company name. So as soon as I start typing in Constance's last name, I no longer need the company. And even with just the last name, you now have enough information to save a new contact. Basically, in the top, you want to fill in whatever contact information you would like to track. You can also add their address, phone numbers, email, a description of the contact, and then if they're going to be a client, how would you like to bill them? Are you going to mail them their bills, or are you going to email them their bills? That's the print correspondence method. None, they're not going to be a client, they don't require a bill. Print will generate a PDF, and then you can print that PDF and send them a copy of their bill. Email, you can set up Soluno to email the bill directly to the client through our software. Or we can both print the PDF for you to mail as well as email them a copy of the bill. Below that, we have additional sections that you can fill data into. You can add additional addresses for this contact. Just click the Add button to add an additional address. Additional ways to contact the If you need to add even more email or phone number addresses, they could be added here. We can track referral data. How did you get this contact or client? You can select an existing user of Soluno from your database. You can select an existing contact by typing in the contact's name and then clicking on their name to link them. Or you can just type in how they found you. If they're not a client, but maybe an expert witness or judge, etc., then you can add what role they play at your firm. Just add they're a judge or add they're an expert witness. You can add notes about the contact here. Notes are searched during a conflict of interest search. You can add tags. Tags can be used to group contacts together for reporting purposes or also used to set up ethical walls. If this contact is going to be a vendor for accounts payable, then tell Soluno that they are a vendor in this section. By default, contacts entered in are not vendors, so if they need to be applied to an accounts payable, then choose vendor so that they are available. For clients, you can tell us how you plan on billing them. And then we have some generic information here. The language, what language do you want their bills to print in, either English or French. And the data templates, we support custom data fields. So if there's additional data you would like to store on the contact, you can store it on your additional data fields. Once you've entered the contact information in, click Save, and you have entered the contact into Soluno. If they're a client, generally you want to create a file for them. Click on the New File tab. Link the client to the file. Go to the contact box, type in either their name or their contact number. Click on their name, and then whether you click or tab out, that will link the contact to this file and generally go ahead and generate a file number. Again, we have some fields in red that are required. You must fill in this data for the record to be saved. The Save button is currently grayed out. The open date will default to today's date, but can be changed if necessary. Select the area of practice for this file. The default task code for time and expense entries. Who the responsible attorney will be on this case. And then for hourly cases, which rate group do you want to use so you know which hourly rate to pull in. If necessary, you can also add a file name under the description. At this point, I have all the data I need to create a new file, so I can click Save to save the file. You can store additional data for the file. The file staff can designate who the responsible attorney is, the assigned attorney, the lead, and the introducing. The billing settings flow down from the contact that you link to the file. If necessary, you can override the default billing settings here if it's going to be different from other files for this client. We also offer the ability to do split billing, and if necessary, you can set up additional contacts that should receive copies of the bill or have a different contact to receive the bill. We also support electronic billing. We have most of the Leads file templates needed, including the most popular ones, Leads 98B, BI version 2, 2000, and 2.0. We also have some templates that we have customized for specific third-party vendors. We can also track referral information on a file-by-file basis. If there are other contacts in your database that you would like to attach to this file, such as the judge or an expert witness, you can link their names here. Just look up the contact from your contact list, add the contact, and then you will select what role they will play on the file. Add notes to the file. Again, notes will be searched through a conflict of interest search. Tag files. Again, helpful for reporting purposes to group specific files together. Also can be used to set up ethical walls to block certain users or areas of practice from seeing the files. The other section will let you set up information like the court, their jurisdiction, who the judge is, where the physical file is located at the office, and any cross-reference information needed to find the physical file. And again, we support custom data on files. Custom data is also searched during a conflict search. Once you have your information, just click Save to create the new file in Soluno. To manage your existing contacts and files, we have the Contact Manager and the File Manager. Click on the Contact Manager tab. In the upper field, type in either the name or the number of the contact you're looking for, and then click play to load that contact. From here, you'll be able to edit their existing information. The other sections can also be edited as necessary. If you need to change the number, in the other section, you now have a button to change the contact number. You cannot use an existing contact number, but you can change it to any number that has not already been used or assigned to a contact, and that includes alpha characters. I'm going to load an existing client that has some data on it. The Ledger tab will show you the transactions for all the files for this contact. The default report we run is the client ledger. You can select a different report to run for this contact. Using the ledger, you can see all the information that is required of this contact. And if necessary, drill down on any information that you would like more data on. The Communications tab will list all the invoices that you've created for this client, if this is a client that has been billed. So you have easy access to all invoices that have been created for the clients. If you do make any changes, remember to click the Save button to save the changes that you've made. You can also close a contact from the Contact Manager. Click the Close button to close a contact. If you need to reopen an existing contact, click the Reopen a Contact button. The File Manager will allow you to review information about a specific file. Again, in the field in the top left, type in the file name or number and click play to load the file to see its data. From here, you can see balances on the file, and if you use trust money for the file. And of course, you can make edits to any of these sections as well. In the other section, you have two new buttons. If you want to change the file number, click the Change File Number button. Type in the new file number you would like to use, again keeping in mind that you cannot use an existing file number. Or, If the file was accidentally assigned to the wrong client, you can click the Change Primary Contact button and assign the correct client to the file. You also have the Ledger tab, where again you can run reports on this specific file. Click the down arrow if you would like to run a different report. From here, you can also close a file. And of course, if you need to get back into a closed file, then you can reopen a file. As always, remember to save any changes that you make if you adjust a file in the File Manager. Those are the basics on getting started with contacts and files in Soluno. If you have any questions, feel free to email us at training@soluno.legal. Also, check out our website at www.soluno.legal, click on the Resources tab, and click on Training Hub. There, you can register for any of the free classes we offer each month, watch a recorded class if you can't attend a live session, see a mini video on a specific area of Soluno, and also download our training documentation. If you need more information, please take one of our live classes or watch the full recorded Contacts and Files class. Otherwise, I hope this helped you get started with contacts and files in Soluno.